Ready.
Rolling.
Alright, so very first thing you want to do to disassemble the Glock, you treat all guns as if they're loaded. So when you pick it up, keep your finger off the trigger, point it in a safe direction, and you're going to remove the magazine, remove your source of ammunition, pull back and visually inspect the chamber to make sure it's empty, point it in a safe direction, which is not a wall, and then squeeze the trigger after making sure that there's nothing in the chamber. The trigger has to be in the rearward position. Take your hand, and I put the web of my hand right here, and wrap my fingers around the slide, and we're going to make this movement. Because we're trying to break the slide out of battery like that.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull the slide back, come up on either side of the frame and pull those two little levers down at the same time, and then the slide comes right off. You're done with your frame. Recoil spring, pull back towards you, lift up, gets captive, and the recoil spring, then the barrel just pulls up and out. Glocks will handle neglect a lot better than a lot of other guns, but they still need to be lubricated. Number one area of lubrication is inside the top of the slide here. Also get the sides here, because that's where your barrel is moving
Gotcha.
back and forth.
What lubricant are you using here?
That is FP10 from Shooter's Choice. And I'll just use my finger to move that around. You really can't over lubricate this thing. There are places you don't put oil, but here on the inside of the slide you're fine.
Okay.
I'll also put a drop inside the slide groove on either side. And then you can actually let it stand up like that, let gravity help you pull the oil right down.
Excellent.
The one place you don't put oil is inside the firing pin channel here.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to put a drop of oil inside that cut right there. And then we're also going to put it around the muzzle. Like that.
Okay.
And anything I have left over in my fingers. So you'll see wear start to develop on the top of the chamber here. That's normal, but that also tells you, hey, that's a place I need to put some lubricant. You're going to drop the slide, barrel right back in the slide. You can hear a big difference in how that's moving now. Recoil spring, that skinny end, okay, looks like a dinner plate, sits on the inside cut right here. So you're going to push this in, drop that in right there. Does not hurt to put a drop right there.
Okay.
On all the metal parts here, we're just going to put a small drop of oil. So that's where the slide rides on.
Okay.
And maybe a drop right here. That is what hits the firing pin lock safety.
Okay.
So it's riding up and down on metal. And from this point, we simply line up the rails in the slide and frame, make sure that they're both in, push down and back.
Good to
and
go.
Done.
Excellent.